So, Dan, one of your favorite topics is football, and finally, we can forget about the XFL reboot because there is another. So this will be a third football league in the works with the catchy name of the Alliance of American Football. I think they need a little bit of work.
AAF.
Yeah, it's founded by Charlie Ebersol. Many of you will know his father, Dick Ebersol, longtime NBC Sports president. Funded by a bunch of VC groups, it plans to launch in 2019 with a TV deal with CBS. This follows again on the heels of Vince McMahon announcing that he would relaunch the XFL, which some of you may remember from the early aughts. Dan, we talk about the NFL in decline all fall. Of course, this is our offseason. We get to talk about Tiger Woods.
Yeah, but there's
instead.
no NFL offseason.
Yeah, but I mean, do we need a third football league that we can talk about how the ratings are declining for?
No, we don't need a third football league. I don't even think we need a second. Let's make sure we mention
have college
here,
football.
Even though, well, of course, we're talking about U.S. pro leagues, and someone might say, oh, there's arena, fine. But look, we talk about the XFL, now we hear about this AAF. I don't think that both of these are going to actually see the light of day.
Interesting.
The chances are slim.
Wow.
I don't think both of these are going to launch. Let's remember that Jim McMahon said about the XFL that they're not going to allow anyone to play who's had a single arrest or conviction. Well, good luck with that, my friend. I mean, even one DUI, where are they going to get the players? And now we hear about this other league. Two Trump guys are facing off in this news. This is a little interesting nugget here. On one hand, you've got McMahon, a big Trump supporter, and actually one of the big investors in this third league that we're talking about right now, the AAF, is Founders Fund, which is Peter Thiel. That's right, the controversial Palantir founder and Facebook former board member. So look, this is kind of interesting. One could argue that this is people trying to appeal to the Trump narrative of the NFL has become too political, the NFL is liberal, the NFL is disrespectful to the flag, it allowed players to protest. These are people trying to play to Trump's America, people who said, I'm boycotting the NFL because I'm offended that players are protesting. But are both of these things going to actually launch and see the light of day and have games going on? No. So are either of these a real legitimate rival to the NFL? No.
So you don't think that people want to watch just any 22 people put on a field with the ball?
No. The NFL, for all of its problems and all of its flaws, and the fact that it's been disrupted by the fragmentation of cable and live sports, fine. But you know what? It has a lot of history. And a lot of people who watch the NFL, they watch it remembering when 30 years ago was the last time my team won. And I believe they're going to be good again. And look at me, I'm a faithful fan. And I believe, you got to believe. And then with something like the XFL or the AAF, there's no history. So how do you go from 0 to 1, to quote a Peter Thiel book title?
Sure.
It's really hard.